What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're back with the weekly reset roundup for the week of October 26th. And so we are in week 10 of the season, and this is the final week of Festival of the Lost 2021. So we'll talk about that as well as new cosmetic drops and other Eververse loot for the week. Otherwise, the season rotation continues. We have the final week of Season of the Lost challenges, and we'll break down key activities and more in the video.
But before we get going guys, this video is sponsored by NordVPN. Nord is designed to keep our network safe. It allows us to hide our IP addresses and encrypt our connections on multiple different devices to stop folks spying on us, stealing our private data, or knocking us offline when we're playing games. NordVPN has a bunch of different capabilities, like creating virtual locations with a choice of 59 different locations, and this is useful for checking out games or other content that isn't available in our region. But Nord can also stop DDoS attacks from hitting your actual network by creating a virtual one. And this is obviously very useful when gaming and accessing content, but Nord is equally helpful for simply keeping our devices and data safe on public networks. It's really easy to use. We can auto-connect and let the app do the work for automatic protection, but there are also options to specify which servers we want to use. And there are more than 5,000 different servers, plus more tech-savvy settings in the app as well. So if you want to check it out, right now you can get a 2-year plan, plus 4 additional months with a huge discount when you follow the link in the description and use code Houndish in the store. So the details for that are down below.
And as we sign in to talk about gameplay stuff for the week, of course, it is the final week of Festival of the Lost, so if you want to pick up any of the rewards, run any activity stuff, or indeed unlock triumphs, then this is the final few days to get it done. And of course, we'll cover the Eververse items in just a moment, but this week we also get a boost to Vanguard reputation, which is especially useful if you're after the rank rewards, including the Ascendancy rocket launcher. And for the weekly Nightfall this week, we've got the Corrupted. That should be pretty interesting on Grandmaster, and of course the drops are going to be Hothead, as well as the Hung Jury, and that will include adept variants which will drop in the Grandmaster versions. Moving over to season content though, the Forest of Echoes returns as the featured Shattered Realm, and of course that also means we get access to the legendary variant of that one, which for some folks is going to be the final objective before unlocking the Realmwalker title. But we also get the legendary variant of Astral Alignment as well, in case you missed it last week. And then moving to the weekly challenges, we've got Techian's Cunning to fully upgrade the Barrier Breach, True Sight, and Safe Passage abilities, the Ascendant Quickening to complete the legendary Shattered Realm activity in under 25 minutes. But we also have Cold Light of Day to defeat combatants with solar abilities Stasis or Shatter Damage, and rapidly defeating combatants with supers will grant bonus progress, and we need to score 500 points. Then we have Display of Supremacy to acquire the Vanguard ornament for Ascendancy, Dreaming City Defense to repel Xivu Arath's footholds in the Dreaming City by completing bounties, patrols, public events, and lost sectors. And finally, Elemental Splicing to complete strikes as each elemental subclass. If you are jumping into the Vault of Glass this week, the challenge mode is going to be Ensemble's Refrain, which of course is Atheon challenge mode. And completing that on Master difficulty will drop the corrective measure Time Lost. As always, the Prophecy Dungeon still has its pinnacle drops, as well as the updated Trials of the Nine gear. And then we have Eververse items for the week. So, for Bright Dust this week, we have the Calavera Shell. That one's going to be available for 2,850 Bright Dust. We also have the Halted Oblivion Exotic Sparrow right there. That one's 2,500 Bright Dust. Plus we got the Batwing entrance, dropping at 450 Bright Dust, and the Archeo Skin Shader for 300 Bright Dust. We'll also see both the Pumpkin Dance and the Necromance Dance available for 700 Bright Dust. And then we have the Exotic Fetid Shell available for 2,850 Bright Dust, the Winchester's Ruin Exotic Sparrow for 2,500 Bright Dust, but we've also got the Penguin Mask for 1,200 Bright Dust, the Pride Glass Ornament for the Fighting Lion at 1,250 Bright Dust, and finally the Winged Nightmare Projection for 1,500 Bright Dust. Legend and Master Lost Sectors for Reset Day will include Concealed Void on Europa dropping Exotic Arms, as well as K1 Revelation on the Moon dropping Exotic Legs. And then for Europa content this week, the Exo Challenge will be Simulation Agility, the Eclipse Zone will be Asterion Abyss, and the featured Empire Hunt should be the Warrior. And finally in the Dreaming City, the Ascendant Challenge for the week will be the Shattered Ruins, which is accessed via the Spine of Keres. So if you want gameplay and the location for how to get to that one this week, we will run it out at the end of the video. Another couple of updates from Bungie which could be useful include that Bungie said they've reverted an erroneous change that decreased candy and spectral pages drops from public events. So if at the tail end of last week you were getting very few drops from those activities, that should now be fixed, which could be useful if you're completing stuff for this final week of the event. DMG also posted an article regarding an increase in rutabaga errors, if that's even how you say that, and he said a group of individuals discovered and reported an issue where players can generate more orbs than intended when triggering some supers, and the team has been working on a fix for this, currently targeting December for release. But to prevent exploitation of the issue, the team has deployed some changes that will force errors when players attempt to reproduce the bug. And with this change, we're also aware that players who experience extreme sustained frame rate hitching in PvP environments may encounter this error more frequently than normal. And he said if you experience this error code continuously in PvP environments for reasons other than reproducing the orb generation issue, then please respond to the thread with details on what you were doing when the error occurred. So we'll link that article down below, but definitely be aware that when you alt-tab the game or minimize the game, that can actually cause the frame hitching that Bungie referred to, which in turn can cause the error code. And some players receiving that error code are actually getting temporary bans and things like that from Destiny. So hopefully it isn't going to be a super widespread issue, but if you are experiencing problems with that error code, I'll link the article down below where you can report that to Bungie. But otherwise for today, guys, that's what we have to round up in this weekly reset preview. So of course we'll see if any unexpected season stuff pops up or whether it's just going to be a slightly quieter week. But as always, I hope you found the video useful, and if you have, then be sure to get subscribed to the channel so I can keep you up to date with everything related to the game. Also, a like rating down below really does help us out if you found the video useful, guys, but otherwise I appreciate you tuning in as always, and I hope you have an awesome day.